First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What up, what up, what up? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It's that time of year, man. We are in game week.
Yeah.
We are in NFL season. We are in this okay. All right. Maybe we not ready. Maybe we still working out the kinks. You know,
we ready, dog.
Delay of game, offense.
We ready, dog.
But all right, I am your host, AJ. You know, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I don't even have the words, man. Who I got with me? Who do I have with me?
You already know who it is. It's your boy Hill, and Hill gonna heal regardless, baby. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. You know what I'm looking for too, and we should have had this. Should have had it.
See, it's all right, man. You know, first game communication issues. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still, you know, it's live reps. You know, you still got to communicate with the green dot. We have a, you know, little. That's all, man. We're just getting it through there.
It's all good. I found it. I found it on the fly, and I'm sending it right to you now. You know how we got to finish the show off. You know how we got to finish the show off. Come on now.
Tell them where they can find us.
Y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Now let's get right to it. We're gonna do something a little different this year, man. Can we explain what we're doing differently this year, AJ?
So we're gonna have, you know, our NFL award show and superlatives and bold predictions, but we're not just gonna give you just, you know, I think the MVP of the league will be. Nah, we're gonna spice it up, change it. So maybe that way we could bring in some new names and have a little bit of a different discourse, you know, in conversation. And also, we ain't had no pre-production. So we about to just do this shit off a whim. And so I think we really gonna be able to have some fun, have some back and forth, and test our knowledge a little bit, because we're gonna have to just be like, you know what? This is why I think this person is gonna do this, and this is why I think this person is gonna be this or get this award from the 3-Man Weave Awards. Not, you know, we ain't doing all that other, the comeback player of the year will be. Nah, man, we gotta make it a little bit different. We gotta spruce it up a little bit, add a little bit of life into this thing, because guess what? It is game week, baby.
Yeah,
everybody got a little bit of hope. Everybody got something that they shooting for. I said a little bit of hope. I ain't say that everybody was a Super Bowl contender. I don't ever believe in that, because I've talked to some friends, and they're like, man, I did not think we was going to the Super Bowl. Like, I was just training because, like, hey, put out good film. So let's go ahead and get to the superlatives. But I will say, because this is our first time doing these superlatives, we'll kind of give you a little explanation on what the superlatives mean and this award will be going to, kind of the criteria of the thing. The criterion. Ain't that a word? The criterion?
You asked him the wrong one.
Oh, you're definitely right there, buddy. You're definitely right there. Silly me.
Yeah. But let's get right to it, man. I'm gonna let you set the tone. You know what I'm saying? We got go ahead when we control the keys.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you do that
Well, let's
The
start it
Wizard of
off.
Oz, the man behind the curtain.
Well, let's start it off with the most likely to succeed.
The most likely to succeed. And what we're going to do here with the most likely to succeed is it'll be the player to have the best season. It's not, the MVP because we know that that's going to a quarterback. It's not offense or defensive player of the year because, usually those are, who has the most sacks or who has the most receiving yards or rushing yards. That's not a quarterback. So
Mhm,
it's who do we think is going to have the best season?
mhm.
And the reason why I think about this is kind of just like a lot of the things that are around this person, there's not really expectations for their team defense to be really good. But I do believe that their coach is going to elevate this room and they've done some good things. I think Jesse Bates is most likely to succeed and will be looked at as hands down the best safety in the game. After they brought in, Justice Simmons, they still got AJ Terrell, and then you bring in, Radio Raheem. Like I said, there's some things that need to be worked out, but you bring in Matthew Judon to help bolster that pass rush. I think most likely to succeed is Jesse Bates. He may not have the lead the league in interceptions. They may not have the sack leader, but I think that will be a no-fly zone, and I think he'll be the head man like that creates that in Atlanta.
I like that, and then you making me change mine on the fly too.
Nah, it's all right, bro. Come on with it,
No,
bro.
no, no, because like I said, we want to be different. We want to be different, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I about to say I thought I hit a button, but this person I'm going to go with is on a defense that I believe that is going to that's up and coming. They do have expectations, and I think that he's finally going to be solidified in his spot where his draft status said he should be. I think this cornerback that I'm going to mention
Ooh, I know who it is. Go ahead.
is Derek
Derek
Stingley
Stingley,
Jr.
I knew it. Yep. There you go. Yeah.
I believe like he got a little overshadowed his rookie season. Sauce came out the gate. I believe last year, Derek Stingley would definitely had he had a good season. He was looking like, okay, this is who we seen in LSU. Now I think it's time with the expectations, with the eyes actually on him. I think he's going to put this defense on notice and put the NFL on notice that hey, y'all may want to go check over on the other side. This side right here, you don't want no parts on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think we can go with the most likely to succeed. That's who I got. It's Derek Stingley Jr.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. All right. So this next one that we go into
Yeah.
is going to be the heartbreaker. This is going to be the one that is that fantasy football darling that everybody's running the draft. And next thing you know, it's going to be like, oh, this is not what I expected. So, would you
Can
like
I
to go
go?
first?
Yeah, I want to
And,
go
and, and
first
all
because
right, go
because
ahead.
I do believe that I am about to take the low hanging fruit here, and that's okay. I'm okay with this one taking the low hanging fruit. CMC, yo,
Hmm.
CMC is going to be my heartbreaker because for the workload that he had last year, it's like, man, okay, we know you have an injury history.
Yep.
We know you, like I say, you ain't the most durable. Is the most durable. You've been durable since since you got to San Fran, and that's cool. But once again, the workload that you had last year, and like the backups that they trying to bring in, it ain't really there. So of course, Kyle only know one thing is to
Yeah,
lean on you and then let the rest flow. Like I said, Trent just got his deal today. Cool. Happy for Trent. It's gonna take a while. This is football. He's just not about to walk in the door and still be Trent. Even though somebody that's gonna walk in the door and still be a problem, I would bet my money on Trent. But that's fine. I'm just thinking that the in recent history, number one overall pick most of the time has been a curse.
absolutely.
You think about Jonathan Taylor. Uh, if you think about Justin Jefferson last year, you think you think about CMC this year. That's what I'm going with.
Yep, yep. Okay, I like that one. And so it's crazy, like I said, we didn't talk about this. And
Ain't
guess
nowhere in the
what?
world you got CMC.
But don't worry. Because guess what? I'm gonna just do mine on the fly. And so I'm going to change mine around. And this was my backup because I felt like he was going here. I'm going Puka Nakua.
I that was my backup too, man.
That's crazy. But I'm going Puka Nakua strictly because I think with Cooper Kupp in the lineup, there is that still, that rapport with Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. And I think he'll play that role. And I think they will be interchangeable. And when I say, and when I have him as a heartbreaker, what I'm saying is he may not be that first round pick as far as numbers. I'm not saying he's going to have a bad season because I don't think he's going to have a bad season. But just when it comes to fantasy football, I think that he's not going to put up that, that top 5 wide receiver 1 numbers that you are thinking that he's going to put up coming back in because of how that offense is going to be structured and the fighting for targets that he's going to have with Cooper Kupp. Because again, Sean McVay, he loves his guys. And so Cooper Kupp is still his guy. Matthew Stafford, that Cooper Kupp is still his guy. They still have breakfast together and all of that. So I think Cooper Kupp, the games that he's healthy, he's still going to command a lot of those number 1 targets and is going to eat into the production of Puka Nakua.
Can I add another one? And this might take you on a little tangent. That's fine.
Absolutely. And that's fine.
I had somebody draft for me in one of my leagues because it was a live draft and I wasn't able to be there. I want you to know who the number 1 player on who my do not draft list was.
What'd you say?
I say I want you to know who the number 1 player on my do not draft list was.
Who was it?
Jamar Chase.
Okay.
And it was Jamar Chase because I think I had a feeling that I wasn't going to be, I didn't have the number. I didn't have one of those top picks, right?
Right.
I had a feeling that I was going to be in, no man's land, 4 through 8. And I was like, you know what? If I'm there, of course, at the ball, normally most rounds fantasy football go chalk.
Right.
I'm like, listen. I got to avoid Jamar Chase for the sake of, how I feel about holdouts.
Right.
And I have that eerie feeling. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if it came now, you probably would rebuttal. Will you feel the same way about CD? Of course, I'm biased, but I do have that same worry about CD as well.
Of
but
course.
That's my team. Of course, I just roll with team fate. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and I felt the same way about Brandon Ayuk as well. But number 1 player on my do not draft list was Jamar Chase.
Absolutely. And I completely respect that. The one caveat that I will throw in there is his role is going to change a lot more.
I hear it.
And so that's why I think that he's going to still he's going to be able to kind of maybe not come in and hit the ground running, but I don't think it's going to be a real big ramp up time. I think we're going to see, especially with kind of the opening schedule that we have. Normally the Bengals start slow because Joe Burrow is starting slow. Joe Burrow had his first normal training camp ever. You know what I'm saying? And I think they do have that rapport, and him getting more slot work when it comes to fantasy, even if he doesn't have like those big explosive plays that we got to see from his rookie season, and I think he's going to be able to kind of make up for that early on in PPR leagues with getting peppered with touches.
Got to show me, dog.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, of course,
I'm mad I couldn't. I was hoping, like, so in 2 drafts, I had pick no 3 drafts, I had pick number 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 4th draft, I had pick 12.
He never failed.
Never fell to me.
Yeah.
And that's what I was banking on, because it was like, to me, it was like for the draft slot that I was in, that shit would be a bargain. But it never happened.
But you know how most people in regards to fantasy, some
Did I freeze or did you freeze? Let's see.
consideration though.
Oh,
I'm good.
I just heard you say consideration. You're good now.
Yeah, I just stopped talking after that. Sometimes my internet, I don't know why all of a sudden it does this, but yeah. Oh, before we move on though. You think he get a deal before we go on?
He's going to get his deal Thursday at 4:30. It will be announced prior to the Chiefs game. Okay, same as they did with Joe Burrow.
All right, we'll hold you to that, my brother.
No, I trust me. We have a bet. So yeah, I did say this week though, but I'm gonna say Thursday.
I wasn't gonna hold you to the Thursday aspect, but I just thought
the bet is still this week. So before Sunday.
I got you.
All right.
Class clown. You want to elaborate on class clown?
Yes, I will elaborate on class clown. So the class clown award is going to a team that has very high expectations that we will see a regression, and they will be considered to have a disappointing season. So they are going to be the class clown. They're going to be sitting in the corner with the dunce cap on. Who is the 2024 class clown? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, the San Francisco 49ers.
I had a feeling.
That's why I asked you, do you want to go first? Because
I changed mine.
Okay, because we did our divisional series and we all talked about it. It's a lot going on over there in San Francisco. And of course, like you said, we did see Brock Purdy have really good command of the offense, and he's going into, his full second season with, the Shanahan scheme. But like you said, Christian, the workload he's getting is a little bit iffy there. We just talked about holdouts. Hey, Trent just got his money and said, hey, all right, cool, I'm going to show up. Brandon Ayuk, he been having a whole bunch of turmoil, and he's just now showing up. And again, like I said, those pass rushers on that defense ain't what it used to be. So if the defense can't really, hold it down, we've seen when Shanahan has to play from behind or in those close games, it can get a little shaky now. So for the expectations that the San Francisco 49ers have, I think the 49ers are going to be the class clown of the 2024 season.
I got you. I'm gonna stay in that division though.
Ooh.
I'm going with the LA Rams, man. Going with the LA Rams. Like I said, they got the left tackles suspended. One of their tackles is suspended. Suspended. Yeah. Jonah Jackson, the free agent acquisition, hurt. Some more linemen hurt. So you already got a whole bunch of linemen hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't too good. You already got a older quarterback that's now Matt Stafford that has an injury history that still like to hold the ball. So that's going to be a little, weary of concern. This defense was definitely a bright spot last year, but once again, they still had Aaron Donald still being Aaron Donald, and then they had the rest of the Temptations playing alongside him. He's not there. Yes, they made some draft picks that we do like, but once again, did people look good because of Aaron Donald was there?
Right.
That's yet to be determined to see if they can still hold their own without him. The secondary, okay. Yeah, the second, you let me know if you have any confidence in the secondary. And then they traded Ernest Jones. Allegedly, say the other linebackers that they have beat him out. Cool, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But Ernest Jones, he was all right last year as far as linebackers go. So you lose them. Like I said, I do understand they drafted Jared Verse. They drafted Braden Fisk. They got some players in. You know what I'm saying? They drafted some players that we like. But it's like, okay, if this defense, matter of fact, said this defense isn't going to surprise anybody. Matter of fact, this whole team isn't going to surprise anybody like they did last year. They had zero expectations last year to do anything, and they exceeded expectations and almost won a playoff game. Now they're gonna be treated like, okay, this is a contending team. Let's act like they are, and let's treat them like they are. And I think they're gonna come back down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Some of these regular pieces that played above their head last year. All right, let's see if you can do it again.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good with that.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So next,
I swear we're gonna have to say what. So I'm gonna let you go first though. I'll let you go first.
Nah, I went first. It's your turn, brother. We gonna keep alternating. I'm gonna let you go first.
The cool kid.
The rookie of the year.
The rookie of the year.
Well, yeah, we'll do the rookie of the year, and you could do best rookie because they split them up offensive, defense.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go ahead and say the best rookie. Go ahead.
Marvin Harrison, man.
Yeah.
I heard a report that like he's just so damn open. In training camp, bro. It's like, bro, he just so open.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, man. It's like he don't have no highlight plays because he's just so open. So like I think he's everything is advertised. I think he's going to be everything is advertised. Like we said, you can say what you want about Kyler Murray. He know how to get the ball to his number one wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, if he's anything, if he's anything as the expectations are about him, Kyler's going to get him the ball. He's going to deliver.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, we have seen, sometimes like if, a quarterback has a great year or something like that, the thing that's helping Marvin Harrison, I think, is the name recognition and the hype also to come along with it. That'll really put him in the conversation. And I think this team is actually going to be pretty decent. So I think they'll even be in, contention to, get to the playoffs and stuff like that. That's going to help him. So they're going to play some important games. So I wholeheartedly agree with, that, like I said, it looks very easy, but our guy Sean says, he said Caleb is going to win. Like he said, Marvin's not going to win and Caleb is going to win if the Bears play their cards right. The reason why I say it can be Marvin, because just as much as Caleb Williams had the hype, so does Marvin. And so if Marvin is able to kind of put one of those seasons together, like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua type seasons, he can be in the running, because I don't know if Caleb Williams is going to have a CJ Stroud type rookie year. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that he can't have one, but I just think that there are things that CJ Stroud had that Caleb Williams didn't, as far as play calling. And, so I think that there are going to be some of those things as far as structure wise that is going to allow, like you said, Marvin Harrison to succeed, because one thing we do know, Kyler is going to get the ball to his number one receiver, and it's not just Marvin. So there are going to be other pieces where people got to kind of play him honest with Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, and stuff like that as well.
I'm not mad at as Sean said.
Oh no, not at all. But I'm just saying I don't
No,
think it like you can just definitively say he's not winning it. Caleb will.
because the expectations is way. I think it's way too high for Caleb. Like
Right.
actually, his expectations are really unrealistic. To be quite
Yeah.
honest, like he has to have a CJ Stroud type of season for his rookie season to be a success. Now, mind you,
Because those were their expectations because you saw CJ Stroud get in there and win a playoff game as a rookie.
but that ain't normal.
Exactly.
It's the reason why he broke a record. So it's like that's why I say it's unrealistic for them to
And
put those expectations. But those expectations are there, and like he has to surpass. He has to match what CJ Stroud did or surpass it.
and,
And
and, and think,
if he does, oh, he run away with
yeah,
the boys.
but and you also have to think of it like this: if Caleb Williams has a CJ Stroud season, that is the best quarterback season in Bears history.
Yeah, so you might well have to wrap it up.
You might as well wrap it up. But what I'm saying is, we've seen how wide receivers have come in this league. You know what I'm saying? So there's a pathway to do it. And then again, Caleb Williams, he got to play. Like, he got to play in that Chicago weather, but Marvin Harrison get to play against the 2 games against them Rams corners that you just talked about. So that's a good 400 yards right there.
right there.
Right there.
Who you got?
Man, so Jaden Daniels, I want to give some love to because I know my pick is Marvin Harrison, but I want to highlight 2 people. Like, one, I want to give Jaden Daniels some love because I do think he could, like, with what he does, he's gonna have some of those wow plays, those Heisman moments. It's very similar to what Caleb has and stuff like that. He throws a great deep ball. And he does some run, and even though he looks like a Looney Tunes character back there with some of them hits he takes, I think it's going to give him some of those highlight things. And I think with some of the teams taking a step back in the NFC East, they can be competitive in the NFC East along with those plays. I think it's going to have him in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think he'll be in that rookie of the year conversation. He'll be able to put up numbers, and I think he'll be able to get Terry McLaurin the ball. And so
and who else? Because I was waiting for you to say it.
I just said Terry McLaurin the ball.
I know, but you was about to say somebody else, and it was like who?
Yeah, Terry McLaurin.
Like I said, are we high on De'Ami Brown?
If he
Noah Brown, like
Luke McCaffrey, but I think Noah Brown will be a decent number 3. I'm not saying he's going to be good. I think it'll be like okay, but what I will say is if De'Ami Brown could kind of like with some elevated quarterback play, if he can be kind of like a deep threat similar to what he was in college, that plays into Jaden Daniels' strength, who loves to throw the deep ball. So that's all I'm saying. So that's something that is going to be able to get him into that conversation. And then I think the rookie sack leader is going to be Jared Verse. So I think that's going to put him in that conversation as well.
Nah. We got to have a handshake battle. Not a handshake battle, but we got to have a bet. I do think Latu is going to have weight.
Latu? Okay.
I think he's going to have more sacks than Jared Verse.
Okay. No. I'm with that. Because I like that. Because it was between Jared Verse and Dallas Turner for me.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
But nah, it was actually between Verse and Dallas Turner for me. But I'm gonna be biased. That's what it came down to.
I understand. Dallas Turner went to
Vikings. In that Brian Flores defense.
Yeah, but they don't have the corners to support what I think that what he was going to need to do that. Now, I can't vouch for the Colts corners either.
Right.
But I do think Gus Bradley's regular ass style, defensive style, leans more towards Latu's effectiveness. And plus DeForest Buckner is still right beside him.
Yeah.
That's going to help.
So the reason why it was between Dallas Turner for me is because I think having Jonathan Gennard and Andrew Van Ginkel to kind of like have those other pass rushers on the opposite side of him, I think that'll allow him to kind of be able to, pin his ears back a little bit. So that's kind of my thinking on it. So that's why I was between that. But like I said, I do like Latu. He's, extremely polished, of course.
Yeah.
But, I think that the athleticism and upside of Dallas Turner, that's why I was between Jared Verse. And Jared Verse got a white boy motor. And he from he ain't from Cincinnati, he's from Dayton, but it's close enough. Look, that's like Petersburg to Richmond.
My cousin's from Dayton, so we good.
You know what I mean? Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
The best duo. Specifically quarterback and wide receiver?
Yep. The best quarterback wide receiver duo. Oh, you know what? It don't even got to be that.
That's you.
Look, let's just you want to open it up to best duo?
You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I know where I'm going. I'm showing my boys some love because they ain't gonna get no love on no other list ever in life. Not PFF, not 3013, not ESPN, not CBS, not none of that. As the best duo. Who the hell was second in MVP last year? Dak Prescott. Who was the All-Pro wide receiver last year?
CeeDee Lamb.
Who else was on this list? Where else was where was Lamar was one the MVP? Where was his wide receivers? These other Amon-Ra, all pro. What was his quarterback?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? My quarterback, and my wide receiver was on the list. All pros. We ain't talking about just Pro Bowls and getting voted in. We talking about all pros. Don't act like they ain't put up numbers. Don't act like they ain't one of them ones. And who else? Who taking targets away from CD? Everybody else got some help. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I like Jake Ferguson. He's my guy, and I do believe that he's going to jump into that tier of tight ends. But that's my guy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I do think Jalen Tolbert going to take a step. I do think Brandon Cooks is going to understand how to utilize him in this offense. I do think these people are going to be better, but they ain't taking no targets away from CD. And you know what that going to do?
For sure.
What is number one? So he's the best duo, and it ain't even close.
All right. They going to hate this segment.
Talk about him.
Because I'm going Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
God damn it.
Because guess what? I told you when it comes to bold predictions, I told you one that I got. I told you which one I got, and they gonna be mad at it. And that's why I'm saying this gonna be the best fucking duo in the motherfucking game. Because guess what? Joe Burrow played healthy. Guess what? My boy about his pay. He about his pay. He gonna get his pay, and he gonna be like, "Hey, I'm one of them ones. I wanted to be the highest paid by 1 cent because I'm gonna be the best motherfucker in the game." And guess what? If he the best motherfucker in the game, you know who else gonna be the best motherfucker in the game? You know who else got a chip on his shoulder? Joseph Lee Burrow.
Huh?
You get what I'm saying? So look, yeah, Dak was number 2 in the MVP race last year. CeeDee Lamb was all pro last year. But guess what? Joe Burrow finna be the MVP of the league this season. He coming back with a motherfucking vengeance. He showed y'all after the knee, what happened? Super Bowl run. Ooh. After the wrist, what he finna do? Ring. He gonna show you that wrist can hold this ring up this year. And it's gonna hold 5,000 yards on it too. God damn it. I'm not playing. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Best duo in the game.
I like that. We should have started off with this one.
God damn it. God damn it. What we got next?
Most likely to graduate early. That's one of the teams that we think that's going to take a big leap this season.
Yeah, and that leap might even be one of those like, they caught us by surprise. That was a year early. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let you go first because I think I know who you're going with.
I was going to stay on the West, but nah, I ain't going to stay on the West. I'm going to take it down to the South.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm so smart.
Yeah, I know. Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
I think that the pieces that they brought in, like I said, they all made sense. They all are, competent pieces. They just fit. Like Calvin Ridley fits what they need at wide receiver with DeAndre Hopkins. with a Tyler Boyd.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good wide receiver core. You know what I'm saying? If with the other one, maybe Traylon Burks don't have to have that number one on round one, burden on his back. He could come in and just be a complimentary piece that and it can excel. This defense, I think under the tutelage that they brought in, I think they can make some noise. Like they brought Chidu in as a
Yeah.
he's a year removed from his ACL. They traded for L'Jarius Sneed. They went and got Jamal Adams. If they letting him blitz, he's one of the best blitzing safeties, you know, defensive players in
Yeah.
the league, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? So if they letting him blitz and not allowing him to be in coverage as much, they can do something. They can do some things. Justin Simmons is still one of them ones in the defensive tackle. So they can sneak up on some people. I know, everybody might be thinking that, they're a year or two away from this rebuild, but we've seen some rebuilds we've seen it. We've seen the Texans last year.
Absolutely.
Nobody was hyped about them signing Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz, some of the moves that they made, Devin Singletary. Like people wasn't hyped about them moves. And then next thing you know, they get in the season, they like, man, look what they got at tight end. Look at them, he took over the number one running back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Noah Brown had back-to-back 100-yard games when Nico got hurt. Feel what I'm saying? Like certain moves that people make in the offseason that you may not like, or even if you do like, sometimes they don't hit, and sometimes they do hit.
For sure, for sure.
What you got?
Man, so Black Ops 6 drops October 25th, right?
I knew this. I can show you my list because they was my note.
Black Ops 6 drops in October, right?
Uh-huh.
My man finna show the world, hey, I ain't just a dual threat on the field. I'm a dual threat in the meeting room and on the sticks too. That don't bother me, man.
Thoughts of
The Arizona Cardinals. Because guess what? You about to get off a healthy season of Kyler Murray. You're going to have the rookie of the year. You got some other pieces on that offense that you are going to be able to put up points. And we also think that a team in that division, well, between the both of us, we think two of those teams in that division are going to take a step back. So you are going to be a lot more comfortable. And then on the division preview, we also said, hey, Seattle Seahawks, if it takes time for that defense, it can get ugly before it starts to look good. So as quiet as it kept, it's games to be had in this NFC West. And they're playing with a last place schedule. So I think that we're going to look at the Arizona Cardinals make a jump, and they're going to be one of those teams like that. Not just you don't want to, play, but you got to be on your shit because they will beat you.
Yeah,
they will beat you, and I think that this could be a 10-win team and make it to the playoffs.
Whew. That's a hot take later, man.
Oh, don't worry, I got some. I got some more.
All right, let's finish our superlatives with the teacher's pet. That's pretty much the MVP. This might be hot take or whatever. I don't know. I got Jordan Love winning MVP, man.
I had a category, and I was actually gonna put him in the heartbreaker category. But I understand Jordan Love. I already said Joe Burrow.
Because I think that of course, Mahomes already has voters fatigue. You know what I'm saying?
Lamar ain't getting 2 in a row.
Yeah, and I think
3 in a row.
I think Lamar is he's going to have voters fatigue as well. So it's like, okay, somebody's going to have to just emerge, and it's like, okay, cool. CJ Stroud, he's everybody's darling right now, so he got a case. Joe Burrow, like I said, if he's healthy, you know what he's going to do. He's going to have a case. And if the Bills have a great season, they've been waiting to give Josh Allen one. So you know what I'm saying? He's going to have some competition. But I do believe that if he puts up the numbers also without having a bona fide number one wide receiver to not like take away, some of his values per se. Like, for example, when it comes to CJ Stroud, well, you got Nico, Tank Dell, and Stephon Diggs. Is he really doing anything? Even though that doesn't really matter. They always give it to a quarterback anyway.
For sure.
It's certain narratives that they can push off. So he might get elevated by not having a number one wide receiver per se. And say he out there just throwing it to everybody. So
Yeah.
that's what I got, man.
Well,
Bro,
for
what Sean is this? It can't be. I got to know what Sean is.
yeah, if this is Militello, we got to talk.
I don't think that's Militello though.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, because I think don't he use off the.
Yeah, I think he used off the dome.
Yeah, I don't know what Sean this is.
I know what Sean this is.
You know what Sean it is?
Yeah. Anyway, I got to take it.
See, okay. It's starting to make sense because I done seen a couple.
Because with irritating me, he is a Commanders fan, and all his comments been mad Eagles love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the Eagles did, it's the Eagles that he even got Jalen. Look, he even got Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, the best duo. Like, come on, what type of Commanders fan is this? I ain't saying you got to hate on him, but damn, bro. But you hate on the Cowboys, everything. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's my guy though.
Yep, it's him.
Yep.
It's him. Yep. Okay. Yep. We see it. I do have a kind of a qualm here with this thinking that it'll be CJ and Diggs. I think just as you talk about Jordan Love having all of those options, I don't necessarily think Diggs is walking in as the number one option. Maybe even the number two option. And it's not saying that he might actually still be the best wide receiver out of that trio. I'm not saying that he's not or he will be. What I am saying is he may not be looked at as that number one option in there because there's different things that all of these wide receivers can do, because Nico might look like the number one option because he's having, the more explosive plays. Tank might look like the number one option because he's getting fed targets. Stephon Diggs might not look like the number one option because he's coming in as maybe a possession receiver. You know what I mean? So it may not look as if he's the number one option in that offense. That's all I'm saying. My MVP, I already said I'm picking Joe Burrow, but for the sake of change, Jared Goff.
Yeah,
I think
we talked about this before.
We talked about this, and I think that with the offense that they run, Jahmyr Gibbs is coming back. He's healthy. They're going to be in this offense again. Somehow Ben Johnson isn't a head coach. That offensive line is still going to be that offensive line. You got, full year of, second year Sam Laporta. Most times rookie tight ends don't even come in looking like that. So you get him, for a second year, you get Amon-Ra, and then you add a full offseason of Jamison Williams, who's not going to be suspended. This who adds another big play threat to that offense, along with Jahmyr Gibbs. So you have that speed element. So he may have some of these easy throws and still be good. And I'm taking this from the Fantasy Life podcast with Matthew Berry. I think Jared Goff plays like a total of
15 games.
15 games in domes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy playing in the NFC North.
Yeah.
So I think that he's going to be able to put up some numbers on a fast track, which is crazy to me.
How is that even possible
because you only play
the
Bears and Packers outdoors, and everything else is indoors because Minnesota is indoors now.
And then they got some other away games, like I said, 15 games
indoors.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My only thing about especially when it comes to the MVP, like I said, that's a great pick. We know it's narrative based. We know it's narrative based, and we know he has this stigma of, he got a little stank on him, even though he put Mad Febreze on it. You know what I'm saying? And you can't smell that stench no more for real.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a bad game.
Yeah.
Like you say, everybody has a bad game. But the thing about it, when he has a bad game, they
It's a
are going
bad
to
game.
they are just going to hold that bad game against him. Like, oh, remember when he played whoever? Remember when he played him and he had 3 interceptions that game? See, that's the Jared Goff we know. They just gonna hold that against him.
Yeah, but the thing about it is when you
They gonna hold it
actually
because it's him.
right, but when you go through his schedule, the primetime games that he has, because that's when they really hold it against you. The primetime games he has, he could actually be pretty decent in these games.
Mhm.
And and it's like, okay, because that's when it really that narrative comes, like, because it was who was it that had a that was in the MVP race? Was it Brock Purdy against the Ravens?
Yeah,
That game took him out. But so I got their schedule here. So
he threw 5 picks that game.
yeah, I mean, so week 1 they play the Rams in prime time. They're at home. So it's like those corners, he could feast against them corners. The Seahawks on Monday night
Mm-hmm.
at home. I mean, though
When is it? When is that?
week 4. So they may still be trying to figure stuff out. Let's see. Then you got a big one at the Texans in November. So that's I think that's their toughest primetime game. Oh, and they have a Thursday night against the Packers, but they're home. And you know how I feel about the home team in Thursday night games.
You know what's the crazy? They lose that game against the Texans, of course. And we got CJ Stroud in the MVP conversation, and then
It's
you got
going
Jared Goff.
it's going to CJ Stroud.
The tie goes to the winner, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you don't even have to have a bad game. You just have to, what if he lose?
Yeah.
Is a possibility. But
Right.
it just, I mean, I want to just be. I don't want to just like hate on him, but I do want to remember. I want to hit you up and be like, hey, look, yeah, it was a 1:00 game against the Bears, and he had 3 picks. All right, just remember that. Right? I'm just like,
Yeah.
just remember that.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that, man. Like, once people have a narrative on them,
Right. For sure.
it's hard to get it off, especially for viewers and not viewers and fans as well. Like I say, they still look at them like, Sean, if they gave him had to give him away. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So.
But also that's one of the reasons why I think that it's going to kind of help his narrative also. Because he was like the outcast and stuff like that. Because he is like the lovable guy who brought the Lions back to relevance.
Yeah.
So I think that's a part of it as well.
All right, man. That's a wrap for the superlatives, man. I think we did good, man. So where we gonna start off, man? We're gonna go to the AFC or the NFC.
Let's do the NFC.
All right. We got the NFC. And you just want me to go where I got? All right. I'll just go first.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
All right. NFC East. Shouts out to Sean. I got the Eagles. NFC South. I got the Bucks. NFC North. I got the Lions. NFC West. I got the 49ers. Wild card. I got the Cowboys, Packers, Bears.
Okay. All right. So for me, NFC East, I got the Cowboys. In the NFC West, I have the Rams. NFC North, I have the Lions. NFC South, I have the Falcons. First wild card, I have the Eagles. Second wild card, I have the Packers. Third wild card, the Cardinals.
Okay, you got to fully commit at this point.
I believe, man. I believe it.
Come on. You got to fully commit at this point. I had the Falcons missing the playoffs. Who was your surprise team that you had like missing the playoffs? Not surprised.
It was the Bucks didn't make it.
Okay. That's not the
the did I say the
Did you say the 49ers?
I don't think I said no, it was the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers didn't make it.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the 49 it was the
Oh.
it was the Rams and the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's a Super Bowl hangover for your ass. I love it. Oh man.
I know. I already know people are gonna be, hey, he didn't pick the 49ers.
Yeah, they'll be on your helmet.
Man,
Like this is you.
it's all right.
And not me. AFC. Set the tone, my brother.
All right. So for the AFC, I have the Bengals.
Mhm.
I'm we starting in the East.
You saw whatever you want to start off. Just say the division.
Okay. So let me see, because I did theirs by I think I did theirs by wins.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I did. So in the so I have the Bengals. I have the Dolphins in the
mhm,
AFC East. I
mhm,
have the Chiefs in the AFC West.
mhm,
And in the AFC South, I have the Texans.
mhm.
The first wild card goes to the Ravens. The second wild card goes to the Bills.
Mhm.
And the fourth wild card goes to the Broncos.
The who?
The Broncos.
All right. Whew. All right. Eh. We'd be here all night if I had a rebuttal. I got
I know.
AFC East. I got the Dolphins. AFC South. I got the Texans. AFC North. I got the Ravens. AFC West. I have the Chiefs. Wild card. I got the Bills, Bengals, and the Jags. Yeah. So yeah. How you feel? How you feel? I mean, I got the Jazz and you got the Broncos.
I know. I wanted to throw a curveball, man. I wanted to throw a curveball. I think I don't know if they'll make it, but I think they're going to be a little bit better. I think I see them as like at 7 wins, so it's like maybe they'll sneak 2 out and
Right.
get 1 or 2 out. Get in with 8-9 wins, maybe.
So I don't need to be petty and try to hold you to that. But I'm just letting it go.
Let it go. Don't worry.
All right. Super Bowl predictions.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. Representing the AFC, I got the Chiefs. Representing the NFC, I got the Packers.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I can respect that. I can respect that. All right. Representing the NFC, I have the Detroit Lions.
Supposed to say the Cowboys. No,
I know.
No, you're not. No,
I know. But representing the AFC, I got the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh, I know that hurt. I know that hurt. Ooh.
Yeah.
I know that hurt.
I think they'll be able to do one of the things that a lot of teams don't do when it come playoff time, and that's run the ball.
All right. Eagles, of course, the Eagles.
Like, bro. All right. Now I'm starting to wonder if you're really a Commanders fan.
No, what did he say? Because this is the comment that we need. Man, if you can't tell me that on paper the Eagles don't look unstoppable.
Yes, they do.
On paper. The games are not played on paper, man. So
exactly.
It's like they always look good on
remember
paper.
when they said they put together the dream team on paper?
And
it was what? It was Vince Young, Michael Vick.
All right, man, make it hot. Yeah. A hot take of the year. And you're definitely going first because
we do a more one or we do a multiple.
Bruh, I don't have multiple. So
okay. Well,
I would just let you know.
I already gave some of my.
Hey, If you want to go, let him go. Let him.
I snuck a couple of mine in on the show because I knew I would have a couple more than you. So one was the Broncos comment. That was a hot take. You know, my Joe Burrow 5,000 yards. That was one of my hot takes.
Mm-hmm.
My third hot take, I'm going to stick with what I've been with the narrative. Marvin Harrison going for 1,700 yards.
Ooh. Make it hot. Make it hot. Man, have we ever seen a rookie wide receiver do that?
No, that would be the rookie record.
I know, man. It's like, man, God.
1,700 yards. I think the rookie record is what, 14 something now, 15 from Puka. So 1,700 yards from Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I like it, man. Oh man, I still don't have one, man.
Come on, man. I see it. I see you thinking about something. You're like, nah, I just don't believe it, man. I just don't believe it. Nah, say that shit. Why you gonna say you take a bet that he won't? It's called a hot take. It ain't supposed to be like,
Yeah.
like God damn. I'm not saying book it. That's my hot take that I think he will get that. Come on, Hill. I see it. Say it. Say it.
I'm killing too much time, man. Oh,
Say it.
Killing too much time. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh man. Can I say it? Can I say this one? Is I do. Najee Harris gonna lead the league in rushing
Yes, it's fine. You can say that.
because I like that one, man. I really do.
Okay.
I really do, and I really do. I really do. I do believe that Najee Harris is going to lead the league in rushing.
Okay.
And it's not going to mean anything. But
right. Okay. you want another one? I'm just thinking some shit.
I know. Go ahead.
Peyton Wilson leads the league in tackles.
Okay, okay. I like that one. I like that was my guy. So,
yeah, it was one of my guys too. Cause
yeah, I got it. All right. You need to pull the picks up, brother. We gotta do our picks.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
How do I present? Share the screen and window and screenshot. Boom.
Because if I said something like Aiden Hutchinson leading the league in sacks, that's not a hot take.
I think it could be considered kind of. It's like
it's a medium take.
Yeah,
like,
it's mild. It's like buffalo sauce. It's buffalo sauce hot. You know what I mean?
That's why
it's like little Louisiana. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Drake London gonna lead the league in receiving.
See, from now on, that's how you shoot.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, there you go.
Yeah, I believe that one too. I believe.
Yeah.
There we go. So, it took me some time. I've been nervous, thinking about it all day too, to be quite honest. And that's when I just thought about this right here. So yeah, my official hot take. Matter of fact, my official hot take of the year: Drake London will lead the league in receiving yards.
Okay.
All right. Let's get it, man. We got week 1 starting Thursday. We got the reigning champs going against the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you have?
Baltimore. I think they'll come out running the ball. I think that,
You mean like they should have did in the
like they
playoff
should have
game?
like they should have done in the playoff games. And we've seen the Chiefs, drop some, on opening night. So I'll go ahead and give the Ravens this one.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Um, Going with the Chiefs, and I think it's gonna take Zach Orr some time to get adjusted to being the defensive coordinator. And what a way to get adjusted! Oh yeah, you get Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man. Well, would you look at that? All
All
right.
right, you got that Friday game. Why you said
Did,
that?
I thought you did that. I didn't do that.
I didn't touch that at all. That shit went completely away.
Yeah, I didn't touch nothing either.
My hand was nowhere near it. Pause.
Neither was mine. I got my phone and I'm typing mine up so I can build me a little parlezy too, just to see.
Yeah, we
Uh,
gotta get our picks in too.
yeah. All right. So we did the Ravens. So Friday in Brazil, the place where you shouldn't wear green with two green teams. You have the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I got the Packers.
I got the Packers as well. New coordinators. I think there's going to be some adjustments. I know Jeff Hafley came in there as well, but I just think offensively they're going to be kind of doing some new things, trying to get acclimated. So I'm going to Packers.
Oh, we know Sean.
We know Sean going to Eagles.
That was easy. That was easy. Oh man, this is the game of the week.
Yeah,
Maybe we got the Panthers.
Saints Panthers.
I got the Saints just because they at home.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take the Saints, but I do think Saints.
Okay.
Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. I know you going to the Vikings.
No, I don't. I'm going to the Vikings, but I'm going to Vikings though because we Daniel Jones. Oh, come on now.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Giants because I think it's still early in the season. I think Daniel Jones, he may not completely stink it up, and I think they might be able to take kind of advantage of the secondary with Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be one of them ones. He was going to be in some of my hot takes also, but I think they'll be able to kind of to go after him, and it'll be a close one. But I'm gonna go to Giants in a close one.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be a great wide receiver. Actually,
right.
I just don't think Daniel Jones is good enough to get him the ball.
Absolutely. Daniel Jones isn't good, but
yeah,
I think he might be able to get loose and hopefully throw a deep ball inbounds for Malik Neighbor to get.
Funny thing about it, like you could be trash and still get your guy the ball, like
yeah. Unless you're DJU.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Bengals versus the Patriots.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. Normally y'all start off slow, but it's the Patriots. Like if y'all lose to the Patriots, like you go ahead and wrap this shit up. Like we not.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the Bengals because I think we may not have that slow start this season because of the off season. We actually were able to have a normal one, and so I don't think. And then we have a very easy slate. The only real hard game is the Chiefs next week, but after that we have a pretty decent opening schedule. So I'm gonna go ahead and go the Bengals. Plus we're at home wearing the all orange for the very first time in Bengals history. Something I've been asking for the whole entire Joe Burrow era once we got to New Jersey. So we oranging this thing out. So I'm going to Bengals.
Must be nice. Oh man, we got the Arthur Smith Bowl. We got the Steelers versus the Falcons. Yeah, this shouldn't be a tough one. At first,
I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers. I think it's going to be an ugly one, but I'm going Steelers just in case.
Yeah, the reason why I'm going the Falcons is I think with like the Steelers will have to win this game by running the football, which they can do, which they will do, but I think having Kirk Cousins back there and the Falcons have a pretty decent offensive line. Let's not forget. So they'll be able to run the ball. No, it's not because I'm a hater. It's because they'll be able to run the ball with Bijan Robinson. They'll be able to get, the league leader in catches according to Hill and Drake London the ball. And, we might see, Kyle Pitts actually get utilized. And again, this is going to be Zach Robinson calling the plays. Kirk Cousins is their dream guy. So I think we're going to see that Kirk Cousins that we seen in Minnesota distribute, and it's a 1:00 game. You get what I'm saying?
I think the test is, like you said, I know this still a struggle with stopping the run last year. They're going to get tested immediately. I think Bijan is definitely going to be utilized like we thought he was going to be used last year.
Patrick Queen. This is a game this is a game we really gonna see if Patrick Queen need Roquan Smith next to him. You know what I'm saying?
But other than that, Kurt does normally tend to start off slow, especially learning a new system. Even though he has some familiarity with this system, he still tends to start off a little bit slow. Hence, go back to the quarterback Netflix series. So give us some. I think he's just going to take some time, and I think by that reason, I think the Steelers is just going to edge it out.
Right. The reason why I say that is because just as it may take Kirk some time,
I've been catching acidity.
Just as it may take Kirk some time, we need to see what Russell Wilson can do too. And with that secondary, if Russell Wilson's not throwing the ball over the middle,
I'm not even. Yeah, we bitch damn long on that. We got the Texans, Texans and the Colts. Shouts out to Miss King in the building.
Yeah,
we got Texans.
I'm going to Colts. I'm about to make Miss King happy. I'm going to Colts here. I think Anthony Richardson with this offense and Shane Steichen. It's still early, so I think he's going to be able to kind of show some of the things that we thought, and you'll get a healthy Jonathan Taylor. The offensive line looked better under Shane Steichen. So I'm going to go to Colts here to start the season. And it's also because they're at home. So I think they'll be able to kind of, get some of that early season energy from the home crowd. And I think Anthony Richardson feels like he's kind of got something to prove against the Colts, because we heard, him, Zaire Franklin, some of those dudes talk about, hey, man, y'all didn't beat us when we had our quarterback. Y'all beat us when we had Gardner. So I think that they will kind of have something to prove. And I think this is a good way for them to start the season. I'm not saying they will win the division, but I think that this is one of those ones that they'll go ahead and take.
I respect it. I had the Texans saying they're going to just start off strong.
For sure.
Utilize that. I mean, the Miko going to use that, something to, motivate them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the Cardinals and the Bills. We both about to pick the card.
Yep.
I see it in your face, but I think it's going to take some time for the Bills to figure it out how they actually want to play this season.
Yeah, and I think an early season not having Matt Milano and some of the guys that they don't have on defense, I think that is going to kind of take them some kind of getting used to, especially with the ability to really be balanced that this Cardinals offense has, whether it be running or passing. So I think not having Matt Milano is going to hurt. So yeah, I'm gonna go the Cardinals. Bills and the Tennessee Titans. This is actually going to be, I think, the 3-man weave the game of the week here, because we got some faith in the Tennessee Titans, but I do think I'm going to go with the Bears on this one as well, because I think it's going to take a little bit of time for, Brian to get his feet up under him, and Will Levis to, really get comfortable in this offense early. And so I think they'll look good. I think it'll be competitive, but I am going to go with the Bears in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears too, just off the simple fact that I think Matt Eberflus was they figured out what to do on defense that second half of the year. So with that already under his belt, everything is new in Tennessee. It's gonna take some time for them to get right. This ain't the time to learn. You know what I'm saying? I guess
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say about the Bears is their pressure. But I think also with Bill Callahan still working, I think it's going to take some time for that offense to gel. Also,
Yeah,
that offensive line, I should say. So I think only having Josh Sweat as like your primary rusher, it's not going to come and bite you in the ass this early. You know what I'm
Montez,
saying?
Montez Sweat.
Montez Sweat. What did I say? Josh Sweat?
Yeah,
Florida State. Yeah, Montez Sweat. So I think I'll go, the Bears will get this one early.
yeah. This is well, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. This is, the Florida game. We got the Jazz and the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Miami. It's home. The offense already knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? This defense, you know, do they know what to do? Is necessarily, this ain't the game to start off with. If I'm a Jags fan, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's why I'm gonna go with the Jags, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Jags because I think with Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas Jr. actually looking like something this preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Sure shocked the hell out of me. And then also having Evan Ingram, I think with that defense they'll be able to kind of exploit that defense a little bit.
Yeah.
And has anybody looked at the offensive line in front of Tua yet?
Yeah. It's nasty.
So you going against Josh Hines Allen, Eric Armstead, Trayvon Walker, who Trayvon Walker might try and look like a first overall pick.
Yeah, it's not I get it. It's like there's hope for the Jazz. Like you said, all that makes sense.
Right.
It's just like
it's a tough opener. Yeah.
It's just a tough. I think it's going to make. Like I said, once again, I have to make it the playoffs. I just think it's going to take some time for the offense to get back to where we were accustomed to seeing it.
And one sneaky factor that I have in this also is a lot of teams struggle with those early season games in Miami because it'd be so hot.
Yeah.
But you got Jacksonville, another Florida team. So I don't think that it's going to really catch them totally by surprise.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they'll be able to kind of hang in there also. So that's why I'm going with the Jaguars. Little weather thing. Let's get into the late afternoon slate.
Yeah.
We got the Seahawks and the Broncos. I'm going to Broncos.
I'm about to say you got to go to Broncos.
they got to get them while they can. And like I said, I think with McDonald, it might take some time.
Mm-hmm.
It might take some time. So I'm going with the Broncos just because I think I'm not sure how this defense is going to look early, but Byron Murphy, he looking like one of them.
And if we were going on our traditional route of rookie of the year, I had him as my defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
I had him because him alongside Leonard Williams. I think that's going to be
scary. Yeah,
I know. We keep saying that it's going to take some time for this defense to get to where Mike McDonald wants it to get. I think the Broncos is going to make him look like the defense, like it's going to
like it's already there.
Like we're gonna believe it. Yeah, we're gonna be like, oh man, look, Mike got these boys already rallying around the ball and all that just because it's the Broncos. Like I said, I get it. You look good in the preseason, Bo Nix. I get it. But now this is real. This is real. Like
for sure.
Cortland Sutton and first off, Cortland Sutton versus Devin Witherspoon. Who you got?
I am Devin Witherspoon.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, then everybody else, Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin. Yeah. They're gonna start gallivanting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one is nasty.
The Raiders versus the Chargers. And I got the Raiders.
I got the Raiders too, man. That Chargers depth chart
it
ain't pretty.
Yeah, I got the Raiders. I only got the because like I said, maybe they just not ready yet. Chargers just not ready yet.
Yeah,
like I said, we did our AFC West. It premiered this morning, so if you want to check that out for the AFC West, check that out. But yeah,
and I think that the Chargers are gonna try and run the ball, but they gonna make this. This is gonna be one of those good Gardner Minshew games. This is gonna be one of them good Gardner Minshew games. There's like I said, hey, come out the what I say, come out the gate and give Devontae 12 targets. This is that game. Matter of fact, give him 20 targets. Because guess what? Ain't nobody finna cover him.
Asante Samuel Jr., man. Florida State.
He gonna need some help. He gonna need some help for this game because he ain't got nobody else. Maybe Derwin James. He's still healthy, right?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, so maybe.
All
right.
We got the Cowboys versus the Browns, the Tom Brady premiere.
Want me go first?
Of course.
This was a tough one for me to pick because just of some of the stuff that the Browns have trying to come back from. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is healthy though. That's what it ultimately comes down to. So I'm going to Cowboys.
I don't care if he's healthy or not. He ain't good no more.
Right. But that's the thing. If he ain't good and he ain't healthy, that's bad.
The thing about it is that some of the things that we're going to get immediately tested.
Right.
Our two rookies in the offensive line get immediately tested by Myles Garrett. So he's going to. I'm not even saying he might not even wreck the game plan. He may even just wreck the game plan just by the fact that he's Myles Garrett, and the game plan may be so damn vanilla that they're so scared to do anything
because of Myles Garrett.
Yeah. So the offense may just look nasty. Like you say, CD just came back. You know what I'm saying? They might be in a whole lot of 12 personnel. They might be trying to run the ball way more than they should out of fear of, leaving Tyler Guyton on the island. So it may not, they may not even, like I said, the game plan may dictate how they lose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not even the fact that Myles Garrett may not even go off. So I got the Browns.
Okay.
I
can respect that. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Washington Commandos.
At the Bucs.
I got the Commanders.
I think Todd Bowles is definitely going to test everything about them early.
Right.
He going to blitz. I mean, he probably blitzing right now, and that's going to definitely test all aspects of this team. Like you say, can this offensive line hold up? We already had questions about this offensive line. Can the receivers do anything? Can matter of fact, can Terry McLaurin win consistently on one-on-ones?
For sure.
Like, I mean, let's be honest. Like, we keep giving him that benefit of the doubt of he's good. He just needs a quarterback. Like, all right, you good, but are you that good? Or are you really just who you are? Which is yet to be determined because he's yet to have a legitimate quarterback. So we will see. But him winning one-on-ones consistently, we shall see.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is with Carlton Davis leaving, and him, I'm not sure if Jamel Dean is going to travel with Terry McLaurin, but if not, I think he can win some other one-on-ones. You know what I mean? If he's going out there against Zion McCollum or a rookie in Tyke Smith.
Yeah.
So I think, with that happening, I think he's able to do that. And I think, if they move him around and stuff like that, he'll be able to. And, maybe on one or two blitzes, if Todd Bowles is in man, you also got Jaden Daniels who can get loose too. So I think that it's going to be close, but I think that's why I'm going with the Commanders. I think that they might make one or two more plays, just kind of like on a busted play, possibly.
Excuse me.
Or out of structure, I should say.
All right, since I'm paid, I'm gonna just continue. Has Cliff Kingsbury evolved his offense yet?
Oh shit, we do not know. Absolutely not.
All right, so we don't know it.
Did he when he come back? When does he get back from Thailand?
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Also, no shade to Dan Quinn whatsoever. We know the formula of the format of the defense that he's going to put out there. Who out there stopping what's my wide receiver? Mike
Mike
Evans.
Williams. Oh,
Mike
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Why did I say?
Who's stopping Mike Evans? All right, cool. Who's stopping Chris Godwin in the slot?
Yeah, that's tough because again, like I said, Chris Godwin finally get to be back home where he should be.
So even if you're excited about the offense, even if the offense does its thing, what is the defense going to do? All right,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying? But I got the Bucks. You got
I
the
got
Commanders.
you. Yep, I'm still going with the Commanders. I'm sticking to it.
That's fine. We got the Sunday night game. We got the Rams versus the Lions. I got the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions. Sunday night, Jared Goff. He starts off the season hot. He torches that Rams secondary.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard for the Rams, I think, to get pressure. Game one, it's gonna take some ramp up time. So I think Jared Goff gonna have one of them games where it's like, ooh, is Jared Goff a sleeper MVP pick? This is gonna be one of them games to get that combo started.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, the Sunday night game is a primetime game. Everybody watching. So yeah, I agree.
Monday night.
Monday night.
Monday night. This
Oh.
is the NFL, boy. Whew, y'all, this might be one of those chances to have I won't say funniest, but most ironic things happen.
This is the he'll hate the most bowl right here.
Right.
Oh my God. And I really don't even hate the 49ers. I really just hate George. So
It's understandable.
But y'all know I hate Karen. So oh man. I'm going to the Jets though. And the reason why I'm going to Jets, I believe that the offseason is just too much to overcome in week one.
Right.
Like your own faults. Like you said, you're getting Brandon Ayuk in here last week. You just signed Trent Williams.
I'm over here chilling like I ain't on the podcast.
CMC. I mean, we chilling. We homies, dog. CMC just returned to practice. Jawan Jennings just returned to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
It's defense. Okay.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not really confident in the Jets. I just think that they really did once football camp started. Other than Hassan Reddick, they had everybody. Mike Williams returned. He should be ready. You know what I'm saying? See what he do. So I think that, you know, of course, based off how the off seasons went,
yeah,
this could be one of those picks where I'm like dumb as hell. Like, but that's how picks go.
Yeah, but I'm there with you. I'm going with the Jets for a couple of reasons. One, you can't have a season-ending injury twice on the first game in the first game of the season. You know what I'm saying? And I also think that, like we said, the 49ers lost a lot. This ain't the 49ers front four that, like, you know, that we used to seeing. This ain't even really the 49ers front seven that we used to seeing in a sense. So I think that they may not put as much pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And I do think Breece Hall this is going to be one of them Breece Hall like, oh, yep, Breece Hall. He no wonder he was, everybody, fantasy pick to be, RB1, because I think he's going to be able to run the ball, get loose, and they won't have to put a whole bunch of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And one thing, even, with Aaron Rodgers being old, he does like to get the ball out quick. So I think they'll be able to do some of the things on, with Mike Williams and Garrett Wilson to kind of, put pressure on the 49ers. And again, if they get ahead, it's really like we've seen what happens to the 49ers when they kind of when they fall behind. So I think the Jets might get ahead a little bit early because of the offseason woes. And they're gonna win this one. Like again, because another thing that you just forgot, like you mentioned about all the people coming back. Hey, Trent Williams just signed today. That Jet, it's some guys on that over there on that Jets line. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they'll be able to do some things, and they have some cornerbacks in place to give Debo and Brandon some fits.
So yeah, I like it, man. That was our NFL season preview. Had some fun tonight, man.
You know it. You know it.
Hopefully y'all had some fun as well. And that's it, man. This is episode 250. I'm Hill. That's AJ.
250.
Y'all the fools. And we out.
Are you ready for some football?